Hey, so today I am going to share my favorite makeup brushes. I just have my jar here that I keep them in, and I'm just going to go through the ones that I reach for the most. Some of these I might have shared before, some of these are new. And so we're going to talk about face, eyes. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all. So I'm just going to show you my favorite ones that I have. And these are all, I really don't buy from one brand. I really have a lot of different ones in here. So before we get started, please make sure you click that button below and kick that subscribe button. I do a new video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but for the month of October, I am teaming up with my friend Serena at Thrift Diving Diva, and we are challenging ourselves to sharing a new video every day. So wish me luck on that, okay? I'm kind of trying to schedule mine out ahead of time, so I've been filming like several videos in a day. It's been crazy. But I'm going to put a link below for her channel. Please check her out. She is an amazingly talented lady. She really is. She can build a vanity. She can knock out a piece of furniture. She will turn curtains into pillows. I mean, she's just like amazing. Okay, so make sure that you check her out, all right? And sometime this month, we're going to do an interview together too. Somehow we're going to set that up and we're going to do an interview. So you'll get to learn a little bit more about her too. So I'm really excited. Her channel is much bigger than mine is. So it was really nice of her to want to collaborate with me because I'm very small in here. Okay, so let's get into this. So my very first are my favorite tool as far as foundation. You're probably going to know what this is, but there's another tool that I like pretty close to this, but I would say that these two that I'm going to mention right away are definitely my favorites. So as far as putting on foundation, I've purchased a couple brushes and I still reach for my beauty blender. I know it looks gross. I just used it today, so it looks like this, but I do clean it every single time I use it. I love this thing. I really do. I tried the, is it Real Techniques, I think is what it's called. I didn't like it. I like the way it applied my makeup, but I found that it was falling apart like after one washing for me. I don't know, and I'm not a rough person. I use the same cleansing, the same little soap that I use for this. I use on that and it was falling apart. So I haven't bought another one. I did like the shape of that one a lot, but I still love the Beauty Blender. I definitely think it's worth the money. It's pretty much what I use every day. Now, once in a while I get a foundation that just seems to, for me, it seems to soak up too much in my Beauty Blender. And by the way, you always want to use this damp. You never, ever use this dry. So once I get this wet, it will swell up, okay? So I soak it into water, I squeeze out any excess, I take a towel and I blot it out a little bit more, and then I use it, okay? So you never want to use it dry, and you don't want to use it soaking wet either, okay? But another tool that I really love for putting on foundation is this attachment. And this can go on any Clarisonic machine, okay? So you don't have to have the expensive one that I have. You can use this on any of it, and I love it. It really makes putting on foundation go a lot quicker, and it blends it out beautifully. I really love this. Some brushes that I have, I feel like they tug at my face too much. I just feel like they're too compact and they pull too much on my skin. That's why I really like this, because I feel like it just goes on really soft and just like it's not pulling at my skin. I love this. I love this. So if you have a Clarisonic, highly recommend it. All right. Now, a brush that I got recently that I love, a couple of them that I got recently that I love. One of these brushes I saw another YouTuber and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. It's so expensive. But then I just couldn't find another one that was similar to that, and I just really wanted the shape. So this brush is from Chanel, and this just says powder contour brush. So I like how it's angled like that. It's a nice fluffy brush. I love this brush. So what I use this for is to put on my Chanel Soleil, the bronzer. I follow Tiffany, Makeup by Tiffany D, okay? She always uses this for applying her Chanel, which I love, by the way. So I just take it in here. I just take it, swirl it, and just put it on. And it just goes on beautifully with this. I love the shape and style of it. I feel like it puts my bronzer on beautifully. And then I put it right here by my forehead. You could even contour a little bit by your nose, just putting it on like that. I love this brush. Another brush that I got, and this is not on the expensive end at all. I think this might have been, thinking it was $3. I can't remember for sure. But this is from e.l.f. And I don't even know if it says what brush it is, but I know it's just like it's just a powder. It's just a powder brush. Can you see it? So it looks like that. And you can see I still have powder on it. But it's really, really, really soft. It blends my powder in perfectly. I've been using this one with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder, which I love. I love that powder so much. It's been my setting powder, my go-to. I absolutely love it, and I'll even touch my face up with it since I'm getting a little shine here. So I'm just gonna touch it up with the powder that's left on there, but love this brush, love it. The other powder brush that I have that I like, but I'm actually liking this one better. This is from Too Faced, and this is the Mr. Right brush. I don't know if they still make this or not, but this is a really nice powder brush as well. So I've used that for putting my powder in, but I've been preferring my e.l.f. $3 brush, okay? Yeah, love that. As far as blush brushes, I've been loving this one. Now this one's from Sigma, and this is the E25. And I love it. I love the way that it's shaped like that. I love when I just dip my brush into my powder or my blush like that, and I just either go like this or I'll just blend it in. But I love this brush. It picks up the right amount of blush, and it distributes it perfectly at my cheeks, blends it in really, really well. I love, love, love this brush. Another favorite, and I have actually several, there's some companies that I have several brushes of, and this is from It Cosmetics. Now the one thing I don't like about the line of It Cosmetics through Ulta is because sometimes the numbers rub off them and I don't know what they're called. So this one does say it though. So let me see what it says first before I hold it up. This is their, let's see, where's it at? This is number 223 highlight and blending brush. And you can see I have a little highlighter in there right now. I probably have to clean this, but I like how sparse it is. So I actually take the highlighter and I hold my brush like to the side. So just pretend this is my highlighter. And I just go like that, and then I just blend it right here on my cheeks. Love this brush so much. It doesn't pick up too much highlighter because I don't want it to look like I just blobbed it on. So it just gets just the right amount and then just gently blends it in perfectly. I love, love, love this brush. This I think is a must-have for everybody. I think everybody should have one of these. And this I believe is from It Cosmetics too. It doesn't say the number on it, but all it is it's a little bristle brush on one end, and then these are the metal combs. And this is always nice because sometimes my mascara will get kind of clumpy, so then I will use that. Another thing that I like to have is these little mascara wands. They come in a box like this. Now I got these at the beauty supply, but I'm sure Ulta probably sells them, and if I could find something similar, or if I can find these, I will link it below, okay? Because I got these at the beauty supply store. But they're just individual mascara wands. Now they're curved. These ones are curved, but you can just bend them and make them straight. But they're nice because you can use them on your brows. You can use them on your lashes. If your lashes get too clumpy, you can just take this in and use it on your eyelashes. Love these little wands. Must have for sure, I think. So these are my favorite brushes. Actually, two of these are the same, but we'll talk about that in a second. So for doing the my crease, I have two crease brushes, okay? So I have one that's like a lighter color, and then I have one that's a darker color. And so whenever I'm using or applying my light color, I use this one. When I'm using a darker color, I use that one, okay? For my crease, the two brushes that I use all the time are Sephora brushes. I really do love Sephora brushes. I have several of them in my eye collection. So this one right here is, I have to get my magnifying glass so I can see. So this is a Tapered crease number 19. And this is from the Pro line. They have really nice brushes. Really, really nice. So that's number 19. So I will use this right here to get up there. I'll use it. It's a little bit in my corner, but I have a better one for my corner. But when I'm blending it in and getting a little bit in my, like just right here in the corner, I'll use this brush. The other one that I use, and this I'll use for my highlighter, and I'll also use if I'm using a lighter color in my crease, is this one, and this is the number 38, again from Sephora. Love it. Really, really soft, blends perfectly. I just love, love, love this brush. And then for getting in the corner here, this brush is the bomb. So this is the E25 right here, and it's got a nice little point on it, you can see. So I will go ahead and get my color and then just put it right here on the corner, and it goes perfectly. See how it fits in there? So it's not too big. It's almost like, it's like having a paintbrush. Like I feel like this is the one brush I feel like it's a paintbrush, and it's so easy to get that dark color on here without it being too big. It's not too small. It's like the perfect size just to get right in here and right up there. Love it. It's a must have. Love that brush. Then I have two blending brushes, and these are both from It Cosmetics. I don't know if it says a number. I think it just says blending brush. I think it says blending crease 105. Okay, the other one of them is already like it's already off of it, but they're both the same. This one looks a little bit bigger than this one, but they're both blending brushes. So I just use them to blend in. So even though I have those for distributing and blending, I always like to go back with another brush and blend it in. I just don't like to have that harsh line around my shadow. I really like it to look airbrushed and flawless. So I really go in a circular motion like this and really blend it in. I love these brushes. So I have two of those. Then I have this brush. This is a Sigma. I'm trying to think. I thought this was a natural. This is a Sigma E25 brush right here. And what I will use this for, even though it's a blending brush, that's another thing. Some of my brushes I use for, I don't always use what they're intended to use for, like this a blending brush, and I don't think it's a good blending brush. I think it's way too thin. So what I use for this is I use this one to get my color that I put right here, because I like to tap it on. So this will be the color that I will use right here on my lid, and I'll just tap it on. So this brush, I love it. It's like the perfect size to get right in there. Love it. And this brush is, I think it's called a smudge brush from It Cosmetics. So it's got that little tip on there. This brush is great if you want to do a smoky eye. It's great if you want to add a little bit of color right underneath your eyeshadow or right under your eyelash line. So what I'll do is I'll just dip it into the shadow. I'll place it right on there, and then I will wipe it off, and then I'll just kind of smudge it out a little bit. Love, love, love this brush. And this brush is another one that I think is a must-have. This is an angled brush, and this is another, this one is from Sephora. This is number 22 Sephora. It doesn't say it's a Sephora. No, it is. It's a Sephora Pro. So what this is nice for is if I just want to do, if I want to add a little bit of shadow right here, but I don't want to smudge it out, I will use this. If I want to put an eyeshadow right on top of my liner, which I do a lot of times, I'll put my black eyeliner on, and then I'll go over it with my black shadow. This is great for it. You could also use it for your eyebrows. You know, if you use a powder for your eyebrows, you could use it for that too. So this brush is a must-have. And I think that is it. I hope that this video was helpful and informative to you, especially if you get confused on what kind of brushes to use where. I hope that this helped you out. Follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I will leave the links below with all the brushes that I talked about in this video. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like me to share on my channel, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.